Heads up, some Kick streamers will be at the event today only because of your presence. Unclear what they're planning. Who are the Kick streamers? Do you know?
Oh, this is when he first found out that I had tweeted about going, I think. It's insane how pressed he is.
There's a very strong advocacy group where these are people who are foreigners. They are not culturally Americans.
Okay, well, no some of that. God damn it.
Security.
Okay.
Security!
Okay. You can please walk out of the building.
So unnecessary.
As we're walking into the event, that we see that there's already like 5 people getting escorted out for I don't even know why. If you actually, from what I saw, now I don't know if I missed anything. You guys were watching probably closer than I was, but if you actually watched Darius' stream, it seemed like they were just doing. Interviews. Like everything seemed fine. Like it seemed like it was good content. They were just chatting with people. I don't think they were causing trouble at all. I mean, it's all on stream. But we walk up here to get our badges, and this guy is literally waiting. He's very clearly like on the lookout. Like I could tell that this guy was waiting for me because he's on the lookout. Are don't know how much of is recorded. I guess we'll just watch this.
Yeah. Give me a second.
Are you guys selling those shirts?
Yes, we are.
Nice.
He's fucking texting like a fucking loser to see Destiny. Radiant earlier, I don't have screenshots of these obviously, but Radiant earlier said that they were approached inside the venue and that Hasan's communications people were texting the organizers for this, telling them that like Destiny and all of his friends have to be kicked out or like they can't be allowed because they're going to disrupt the event or whatever.
Are you Destiny? Yeah. We're not letting you in. Well, yeah, we're not letting you in because we're worried about causing disruption.
Cause a disruption.
We're worried you're going to yell or some shit.
Yell? Imagine how stupid I would have to be even to do that. Why would I go to an event like this and then cause a massive disruption just to give Hasan the perfect ammunition to say like, oh look, this is like what he's trying to do and this is why we have to ban him from all future events. Why the fuck would I ever do that? Like it was so stupid.
I'm sorry.
It's hard to organize the big lib content creators to chum out coherent messaging as the DSA types. Is anything happening behind the scenes? No. I will tell you, because I know, it is an intentional choice, okay? Because there is lots of money to be made in the endless Trump bad slop, number one. And then number two, if you attack to the left, there's not as much money to be made, and there's a lot of harassment there in that direction. They just won't do it because it's too much, because that audience will harass and harangue the fuck out of you. You saw it. I mean, you see it every single time somebody retweets me or I'm on a show with somebody. It happened with a lot of the Bulwark people. So there have been multiple times where you'll see, I remember there was one like black creator who retweeted something I said, and then her fans started to try to fucking lynch mob her. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry that I retweeted this guy earlier. I didn't realize he was so problematic. It's an intentional strategy and it works. So even for your larger content creators, because basically everybody in here is here for like the money and the clout. Okay. Almost everybody here is here for the money and clout. So at the end of the day, it's all about like, what is the least amount of effort I can put in for the most amount of reach and views and money. So the idea of like actually fighting somebody politically that's like kind of scary and isn't like on the, like Trump is obvious bad and on the other team, so I can fight him. But the idea of like, do I actually want to like, have a spine, have some real political values, and actually maybe be critical of elements to the left that might catch me a little heat? Most people, basically every single other content creator, besides like 3 or 4 people, aren't interested in doing it. Like I don't know what else to say. And there's no way that will just never change, because it's the nature of the beast.
Yes, and give you a reason. I'm sorry.
How can I not get into this?
We're telling you we're not going to get it. We're telling you you're not going to get it.
I know who doesn't support the Democratic Party or whatever has priority over.
I'm not engaging in this conversation.
Okay, I understand. Is there anybody ahead of you or anybody above you that I can counterpunch?
I am the national vice president.
Okay.
The national vice president.
Yeah, but she trusts me with everything, so love her. Security.
Security.
Okay. You can please walk out of the building.
So unnecessary.
This isn't. Look,
We're gonna walk.
No, good job. You did it. Thank you.
You're not following rules. You're making your own.
That's fine.
Oh, at the end here, I don't know if you can hear it. He says some dumb shit. He's like, all rules are imaginary or whatever. And then I think I shut her back. I was like, oh, what, like borders? And then he's like, and then he fucking shouts at me or whatever. And I thought they were going to debate, but then he didn't want to. It was like, okay. So cringe. Did he say you can get the fuck out of the building? That's what I heard, but I don't know how. Somebody said that wasn't exactly what he said. I don't know. Don't know what I'm doing. Ah, cringe as fuck. Holy shit. Hold on 1 second. I have to complain. Why were you so vocal about going to this event? Why didn't you just go then confront him there? There is no confrontation. You guys are delusional. Just from now on, you just have to trust in the plan. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, Jesus.
Heads up, some kick streamers will be at the event today only because of your presence. Unclear what they're planning. Who are the kick streamers? Do you know?
Oh, this is when he first found out that I tweeted about going, I think. It's insane how pressed he is. I cannot see how his audience does not see how insanely fucking pressed he is on every fucking mention of me.
D and Darius? Is Darius still there? I got tickets.
Sexfest 1 and Sexfest 2. Who the fuck is D? You need a restraining order.
Fucking losers, man. This shit is so fucking lame, too. Anyway, Zoran is smart and would say something
like, what does he even think could happen? His Reddit was on a mega unhinged demon time. Oh, I saw at least one link to their subreddit, yeah.
Which doesn't hurt the feelings of anyone, and that's the problem, trying to please everybody. Anyway, yeah, let's get back to Big Zoe.
Oh, actually, that's true too, and that's a whole other thing that we don't even talk about, but it's just so untouchable, is that not only are you fighting against the inherent weakness of liberals who are already too scared to criticize the left, when you do criticize the left, you're going to be mass harassed for it, which will happen every single time, but they're also all getting amplified like crazy by foreign bots, right? There's never going to be a foreign bot farm that is amplifying something Kamala Harris says, or something that I say, or something that some establishment dem says. But you better fucking believe they are all over this type of shit. Because remember, always think from the perspective of a strong United States versus the rest of the world. Somebody like Hasan represents a perfect vector through which to amplify, because all he wants to do is destroy the U.S., right? Is to make us weaker in every way, to pull us back from allies, to pull us back from NATO, to abandon any commitments we have around the world. They always talk about like multipolarity, things that would destroy our economy, whatever. It's always just like, fuck America, America bad shit. So, of course, these people also benefit from that type of foreign amplification as well. So it's annoying as fuck.
I think what we have seen from New Yorkers, what we have seen from Americans when we talk about this hunger for a
I think it was just, that was the only mention here, right?
new kind of politics.
And then he gets his comms guys to take care of it. Hasan being happy about US aid ending is disgusting. All of the tankies and commies and DSA types are happy about it ending. You'll just never hear about it because nobody asks some questions about it. But yes, because all of them think that it was just like a CIA operation or whatever bullshit. Why can't his fans push him to have a convo with you since they think he'll win you over anyway? Because they all understand the mission enough. It's avoid at all costs. Avoid at all costs. What is this? Insane little clip. Oh, was the VP dude here or whatever? Oh, that guy? Oh my god, so fucking cringe. Just a fucking loser. The Hasan Reddit posts. How do you criticize someone in good faith and constantly ban chatters or comments? What is an ordinary person supposed to do? You can't criticize them on their own platform. So the whole point, it's funny because this is exactly what people would fearmonger they would do, and this is exactly what they do. And this is what Hasan said they would do on Ethan's show, where, what do you do once you take over as a leftist? Well, you re-educate all of the dissenters, and then you murder everybody else that doesn't want to be re-educated. Like, that's it. They're authoritarian by nature. You're not supposed to have a dissenting point of view. Like, that's it. I mean, yeah. What a freak. 86. That clip was after he kicked you out, right? Doesn't it seem like he's there to tell him that Hasan, or doesn't it seem like he was there to tell Hasan all good and Hasan was trying to prevent him showing that association on camera? Maybe, I don't know. Dude needs a restraining order. Destiny spends so much of his own time scanning for the tiniest of micro expressions on Hasan's face to prove to his echo chamber that Hasan bad. It's actually said, you actually don't have to spend that much time at all scanning his expression. You can just listen to the insane fucking shit that he says. It's actually very funny. Hasan's quite literally living his best life as he's on like 7 different fucking medications for baldness, for fatness, for low T. What are you talking? Yeah. Taking part in organizing. And by organizing, you mean showing up with his stream camera there to try to leech off of Mamdani. Meeting with high-profile candidates, generally after they've already won their elections and whatever like trickles down to them, okay, and promoting such, helping build a socialist political movement. All Destiny needs to understand Hasan's shadow. He has no motion, not the motion. Oh God, hopefully this guy doesn't call me a chirper too. And not even Zionist politicians. Jesus, the The Zionist AIPAC dog whistles are fucking crazy, bro. Holy shit. 9 upvotes. It's not much, I guess, on the subreddit, but Hasan isn't even wealthy. He has no intergenerational wealth, as his parents are literally globetrotters from before he was even born. What was the plan once you got into the event? I don't know, probably to interview people and chat with people. I don't think, I'm pretty sure Hasan canceled the Q&A because he was so petrified that one of my people would ask him a hard question, I guess.
Right.
He has no intergenerational wealth, no invested capital, no superfluous income. What the fuck? He has a decent house in an expensive middle-class neighborhood. West Hollywood? On the top whatevers in the country for zip code. The top zip codes for, like, wealth. This has got to be up there. And a solid income that lets him travel and have a few nice things. This has to be a troll post. He gives us 8 hours of every single day teaching us about the ways of the world he deeply understands because he worked hard at his own education. People call him wealthy because they think that's a pejorative term that might make him look bad. There are 1 million people at his income level that still worry about bills to pay and are only 1 or 2 mistakes away from financial disaster? What? I'm sorry, that's just... Hasan is only 1 or 2 missed payments away from financial ruin, guys. In his middle class, well, high middle class. One of his stinky mouth breathers called me the R word after some incredibly light banter. It was on the post. On this sub talking about how people like Hasan can still be wealthy and advocate for the working class in the same breath. Sex Pastiny's dick riders are bark and no bite. As someone with both autism and ADHD, of course you are, buddy. I'm more sad that they could not have come up with a better insult, really. Well, I mean, it's kind of funny because the guy called you actually what you are without even knowing anything about you. So if anything, it seems like he kind of came up with the perfect insult, no? These are people that haven't even felt the touch of a shower before. They're sad, strange little bastards, and they don't have my pity. Also, the reason why they post screenshots like this, I don't know if you guys are aware of this or not, but I think you can still get banned, like site-wide banned on Reddit, if you say the word retarded. So when they post stuff like this, it's to mass report your account. Good luck. Decoding the Guru sub was a battleground as well. You have the both siders, tankies, and snarkers. Yeah, the problem, like, I think those guys are pretty solid on where they stand. For some reason, though, I don't know if it's just a Reddit thing or what, they still have, like, aspects of their audience that are just, like, slopper, like, populist sloppers that, like, dick slurp the Gary economics dipshit, or that will stand Hasan because, oh, well, he just wants healthcare and high minimum wage. And yeah, I saw this, too, that apparently these are, I guess people are auto-searching a ton. You can say bots, we can't prove it, but trying to find basically any mention of Hasan outside of the main Hasan subreddit so that they can go and brigade the fuck out of it. It's insane how he gets away with calling for murder. For anyone who doesn't know, Hasan complained that you showed up uninvited to an event open to the public. His audience doesn't even question that logic. I don't even know if it was Hasan that started that. I think it was Dristical on them. He said it on stream. Did he? LeMayo, whoever did this is diabolical. Haley Stevens. Haley Maria Stevens is an Israeli politician. Zionists are removing the section on Israel from her wiki because they think Abdul supporters put it on there. Wikipedia keeps reversing these edits. Zionist, Zionist, Zion, Jews, Jew. You see how they hit like every level of like social media, Reddit, Wikipedia. They're firing on all cylinders. And it's difficult too because I feel like a lot of the mainstay Democratic voters are people who aren't going to be online that much anyway. Like you're not going to find a lot of, you know, middle class working class people that are perusing fucking Reddit all day to, you know, have these fights. Given that nowadays a retirement plan requires a 401k, which means plenty of working class people have some capital, my arbitrary designation around it revolves around wage labor versus capital. Is your yearly increase in net worth coming from majority wage labor or capital accumulation? Why the fuck was I linked this? Okay. Oh, this is the Decoding the Guru subreddit. 590 comments. Sheesh. I'm not sure why people react so strongly to him. People I align with tend to label him a rich, opportunistic social democrat who will eventually funnel radicalized people back into the capitalist Democratic Party's vote blue no matter who bullshit. Meanwhile, liberals consider him a cringe frat boy opportunist spreading dangerous communist nonsense who could spoil their chance to go back to brunch when Trump goes away. I don't think there are any political influences I 100% agree with, but that doesn't mean I can't watch their content and analyze it. You're allowed to use your brain. Oh my God, dude. The most brainless of takes. Holy fuck. I think anyone who blows up will always become cringe. In my opinion, Hasan was a good entry point to left of Democratic Party politics for many, but should not replace reading theory, history, and consuming a variety of sources to shape your reading theory. The Epstein. I'm a little worried. The right flank of the party, i.e. Bill Maher, seem like they're defecting to MAGA. You know what? Good. They should be. Fucking let them. And I think the center left only has itself to blame. You should be able to very easily look at somebody like Bill Maher and say, yeah, the socialists and the communists are fucking crazy. And if you can't say that, then you shouldn't cry about them leaving. I don't think you should even comment on them leaving. If you want to do center left, lib left politics, you should literally just talk about Trump all day and print a million fucking Trump videos because it's all you're capable of doing. And all of the like center, like super moderate or center right Democrats, they're right to jump ship. Because if you're too much of a fucking pussy to say anything about the actual communists that are dressed as Mao giving speeches at your college, if you can't say anything about it, then fuck you. People should jump ship. Why the fuck would they stay? Are they waiting for the next BLM riots or waiting for the next, I don't know, whatever cringe fucking event these guys are playing? It's so stupid. What is it? Comment removed by moderator. What's wrong with blocking Destiny? Nothing good can come of any proximity or association with Destiny. Edit. Seriously? I thought the consensus with Destiny was a guru. First of all, I didn't think the Decoding the Guru guys called me a guru. Okay. And nothing good could come from him. But I guess he's got fans here. Also, I like how anytime somebody says anything positive about me, it's because they're a fan of mine. But anytime somebody says anything positive, and by positive I mean is literally throating Hasan's cock publicly, all 2 inches of it, it must just be like a random politically involved person who's decided that Hasan is some pure good addition to the U.S. political system. Holy crap, this sub appears to be infested with Destiny cultists. Wow, can you not see the irony of this in a subreddit for a podcast dedicated to calling out gurus? I hope you all turn off the streamers, start reading some books! Read some books! Like, Jesus Christ. Maybe you just have a dog shit opinion that's not rooted in reality, maybe? Oh, hides all of his comment. Why is that? Ooh, also, association with me, yeah, it can't always produce bad things, because that's where Hasan came from. Woo, yeah. Hold on, I was curious who this guy was. Destiny cultists? Frequent poster on the DSA. Does the DSA support the use of violence against civilians to affect political change? That should be with an E. Anywhere in the world? If not, you got nothing to worry about. I get you're trying to play devil's advocate or whatever, but be real for 5 minutes. The administration will not suddenly pivot to being fair and even-handed with dispersing unprovoked political violence. They can, have, and will continue to interpret the existence of someone they don't like as being violent no matter what they do. Are we already forgetting about ICE, the attacks in Minnesota, the promotion of political violence, the unprovoked war against Iran, which is still happening? There's nothing in the character of this administration which will suddenly play nice with their sworn eternal enemies. Leftist, socialist, communist. No amount of wishful thinking is going to magically give you plot armor against the DOJ, DOD, FBI, CIA, ICE, etc. You could be as nonviolent as you want, but they still have shown their capacity for initiating unprovoked. They're not fighting you fucking retards. They're not going out and they're trying to dig out 23-year-old rich white college students from their parents' multi-million-dollar mansions. They're deporting illegal immigrants and they're attacking lib-left people. Fucking loser. My God. Oh my God. And he's a poster on this sub? Tanky the Deprogram. Jesus Christ. Hakeem is a YouTuber and a doctor, doing material good for people within his reach. This is the program that that Hasan went on where he admitted to just serving as like a radicalization pipeline. This sub is for the Deprogram fans that think the normal sub wasn't radical enough. That's so fucking cringe, dude. This sub is infested with Destiny cultists. Actual tanky posting on the subreddit. Oh my God. Hasan Piker and Destiny are both the same kind of streaming grifter, promoting their own quasi-factual, selectively curated, highly partisan content. I'm not defending Hasan at all. I'd rather a Marxist-Leninist than a demo crap. That's for sure. True. Also, I'm 12 and I'm just learning about politics. Where does Funkenstein post? Yikes. World Cup? Whew, this guy's a retard, you can tell. Timeout, maybe slow down a bit. Oh, well, fuck you. 2/2, 2 out of 2. Epstein's audience threatening violence against Hasan during speech. From which direction will the DGG sleeper agent emerge from? Really? Not the DGG sleeper agent. Oh, no. When are the DGG secret agents going to let some GSNs rip from the crowd? Threatening violence. I don't know if an actual Q&A was canceled or not, but...
No more to Trumpism, but no more to the
Watching him like scurry away at the end of the speech after trying to be all big and brave.
Democrats who compromise, who conciliate, and who betray us. No more to the fascist reactionaries, but no more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore. In fact, we have a message.
He didn't even write this. Who's writing these? You can tell, right? We, right? But he doesn't know what he's saying. He didn't write this. This was written by somebody else, so he doesn't know the. God, it's so cringe.
In fact, we have a message. We are coming. We are unbossed. We're unbought. We're unbound, and we will become undeniable. Thank you.
And then he's looking at. Oh, he didn't even do a meet and greet or a photo op or anything. He literally just scurried off. Oh. Jesus. Yeah, that's what I call. Sheesh. For everybody post that comment that I made about like you could like using this logic or whatever for Hasan. Oh, I gotta be careful. It's on YouTube. But the nobody ever posts the link that I'm responding to. This fucking stream that Hasan did was fucking crazy, where he just goes off about how like you could argue that anybody being attacked by the IDF, theoretically, you could enact violent resistance against them. But he always like caveats his link. I say caveat, it's like the opposite of a caveat. He makes it like more inclusive and extreme to make sure that you know that Ela Klein is absolutely a valid fucking target. This is an insane, especially when they're all being harassed by Hasan's insane fucking audience and all the weird snarker obsessive people too.
100%. This is not like this is not a gray area. This is black and white. Okay, it doesn't get more black and white than this. Israel's in the wrong. Israel is actually engaging in an apartheid, which is a crime in and of itself. Israel's doing a genocide in Gaza and an apartheid in the West Bank. 2 crimes in and of itself. And every type of armed resistance against both the settlers and also the Israeli occupying force in the West Bank. Doesn't matter if it's your favorite podcasters like Wife that participate in these Iranians. Doesn't matter if 100.
Like, it's just like a crazy, insane fucking thing, like amplifier to add to your statement when they were already getting harassed and getting like the fucking skulls mailed to their house and shit. Like, it's like out of nowhere, he decided, he's like, even Ela Klein, by the way, and 8 months ago. Oh, yeah, like weird shit like this. Yeah, he does this shit all the time, but he gets away with it, too, because Dan Clancy is an actual amoral dick suck who's too busy trying to fucking creep on the minors on his fucking platform than actually do anything about moderating it.
And Destiny and Asmongold and Dan Saltman, whose addresses are all readily available in the same exact websites and platforms that they rely on, that their fan bases go to find my address, to harass me. Okay? These guys are equal opportunity autists. They're equal opportunity cyber stalkers. You're playing a very fucking dangerous game when you lean into this shit.
That's definitely what people are looking forward to. That's what people like. Yeah, meanwhile, these are my fucking haters, dude.
Are
you guys selling the shirts?
Yes, we are.
Nice.
Climb over there. Are you Destiny? We're not letting you.
I like how he was late to his speech because he was fucking monitoring to make sure that me and nobody else were going to fucking show up, and then him scurrying off afterwards. It is crazy how petrified this guy is of me. Holy shit.
We're not letting women because we're worried about contraception. You're worried you're going to yell some shit towards us on. I'm sorry.
I guess this is ultimately why all of these like regime styles fail. They really do attract the weakest and worst people. They do. They do. The Trumps, the MAGAs, the commies, the socialists.
Yes, you're racist. I'm sorry. How can I not get it? We're telling you we're
It's just crazy because that's like, this is like, I think he thought, because it's like Democrat in the name, he thought like, oh no, this will be fine. I can just like go out and fucking.
And buy tickets to an open event to a Democratic convention as a registered Democrat that supports the Democratic Party, who's probably committed and fundraised more than like $1 million in cash and cash equivalent things to the Democratic Party. Probably, yeah, I would assume that's okay. I think that's a safe assumption, no?
I think he thought, because it's like Democrat in the name, he thought like, oh no, this will be fine. I can just like go out and fucking openly openly talk about how I'm going to agitate and how I'm going to disrupt a fucking event that.
Agitate and disrupt? It's also funny too. It's so funny. Fuck you, ads. I'm just kidding. Sorry, okay? I knew this would all play out exactly this way. I knew it. There's a reason why I did this stuff publicly, okay? Because other people, I'm sorry, I love you, ads. A whole bunch of people were telling me that I needed to do it quietly, that I needed to try to sneak into the event, okay? It wasn't just ads also. In my mind, if I would have gone to the event, I think that people all had this like fantastic idea of me, like I get the mic, the fucking spotlights turn on, everything else is silent, everybody's staring, and Hasan is like locked into this like, I need you to tell me, what is your solution for Israel-Palestine? Do you really think that Hezbollah are the good guys? What did you mean when you said that the Houthis hijacking that ship was good? Do you really think that the Houthis are allowed to hijack civilian ships and indefinitely detain the people? I don't think that would happen. I think it would have been awkward. I think there would have been some weird giggling. And then I think that we would have just moved on. And that's it. And it wouldn't even been an event. But I think that Hasan, I can't believe that Hasan shouldn't know that too. Like him banning me, the only thing I thought about for a little bit that would have been differently would have been me staying and then getting arrested. But if I get trespassed and then I stay and then they arrest me, I feel like that's like too much because I don't know. I thought about it. I still actually don't know. I'm 50-50 on it. Because they're not going to like charge me with a crime. They just probably drive me off and I fucking leave. And then I can say, oh, you got arrested because of Hasan. But all he has to do, assume what he's saying is true, that we were going to go in and disrupt and agitate. If I did that one time, my shit is fucked. Do you understand how fucked that would be? If I was Hasan, I would be praying that happens. That, oh my God, please let Destiny come into this event with his friends and like try to like scream or agitate or do whatever, because he's surrounded by a bunch of friends. Obviously, Hasan is, right? They're all fucking college kids, right? And there's security and shit there. I would get kicked out and he would have the perfect, like, permanent excuse to try to excise me from as many events as possible. Like, that's it. Like, it would just be so perfect for him. But the fact that he was so fucking petrified of me even being there, I think that's crazy. That is crazy to me.
You know, college Democrats have put together this national convention. Just started watching today. Have you covered the Troy Jackson winning 149 out of 170 delegate seats in the convention yet? No, I haven't. I didn't know. I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know Troyotathon was that fucking crazy.
Do you think that Hasan has bought into his own lies, that you are this big, bad, evil guy to his story, or is it all calculated? No, it's all calculated. It's because I'm the only person who will actually stand up to him on the left. I'm not joking. I'm not being humble anymore either. That is the case. He knows that nobody else will. This is why he'll agree to debate like people on the right who will be nice with him, like Charlie Kirk, or people on the left who will be nice to him, like Adam Mockler. Like he knows. Like remember, oh dude, if I'm not a lazy piece of shit, I will make a video on this. I've run through this with at least like 4 or 5 different like big Democratic operative people. This like conversation shit. I'm just trying to get more people to be aware of it. Oh, I'm talking to, I think, JVL in a few days as well. I met a lot of Bulwark people at the LibCon. The LibCon was really good. I chatted with a lot of people. I liked everybody there. You have to choose the conversations that you want, and Hasan is just, well, everybody on the MAGA place and everybody in the tanky place is very, very, very good at all of this, at choosing the right conversations, and Hasan is just very good at, well, I say very good, he just chooses the right conversations. It's zero critical pushback on anything. That's it. Zero critical pushback on anything.
Bro, there's something so strange about like openly filming yourself wanting to thwart an event put together that you were not invited to.
Thwarting an event. Why would I do that, right? He can't possibly believe this. It doesn't even really match with his own rhetoric because he knows that I want to be on good terms with like the Democratic Party. So why would I openly thwart an event that is like an official extension of the DNC?
Because you hate the person that they invited and then just being fucking ass mad the entire time, you know? Making this up.
It's not just choosing the right conversation. It's also paying most of their attention to the meta discourse layer of politics. Yeah, which liberals don't do at all. And I'm not even, I don't even like blame them. Like I hate it too, but.
Destiny claims the College Democrats of America convention let Janet Mockey, a guy who was arrested for making bomb threats, but it wasn't Jared Mockey in the picture he posted. It was Austin Wise, the finance director of the College Democrats of America. Yet another.
People keep saying this. I'm not convinced. I looked at the two pictures. You're telling me that Austin dude decided to grow a fucking mustache? First of all, who the fuck grows a mustache? I don't think they look similar. I want to see an ID. Prove it.
Failed attempt. The funny thing is the College Dems let in Jared Mockey, the same guy who got a guided tour to Hasan in Michigan, the same guy who was later arrested for making bomb threats. Dude, what the fuck is going on?
By the way, that did happen, but nobody talks about it. Nobody cares. If that was a DGGer, by the way, they would be talking about that shit 24/7.
Oh, man. This guy's such a fucking... Dude. You can't do this, man. You cannot fucking do this. Okay?
You can't do this.
Okay? This is Laura Loomer behavior, dude.
Everybody that talks about me is obsessed and unhinged. Everybody that... I think was my speech at the LibCon or my panel. I think it'll get uploaded later. But we talk about that a little bit. I don't know if I answer a question from the audience or it's on our panel. But...
What the fuck? Dude, what a fucking disgusting, toxic, insane fucking community. Just so desperate, so odious.
Odious? He learned this word recently. He likes it.
Straight up fucking rapist behavior, dude. Jesus.
Rapist. Straight up rapist behavior. What?
Christ, who fucking behaves like this? They're calling D the Dem Jake Lang.
Who's Jake?
In defense of Laura, she does not.
Jake Lang is that the unhinged MMA fighter, UFC fighter?
Not have a Nazi kid, so she has spare time. Fair. Centrists are defending Pestany too. Yeah, I saw that. Has spare time. Fair.
Who?
Centrists are defending Pestany too.
Centrists? Oh, I don't even know what that means anymore.
Yeah, I saw that.
Is your panel with Sarah Longwell going to be released? They have to post it somewhere, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, this guy went. So this is who we're platforming Young Dems after all this attacks against the party.
Do you see Jessica's Twitter post got community noted? We need to be more active on community notes and more active on the Wikipedia stuff. Oh yeah, we're going to be... Those are our battlegrounds too. You guys are doing good on the community notes and a couple of the Wikipedia things too. 100% though.
After all this disgusting rhetoric, and barring someone like Omni Liberal who's been actively organizing and canvassing for Democrats at his behest. Pathetic behavior.
True.
Why you got on 2 mics and no turntables? I have a mic on because I'm gonna have a guest in a second. That's why.
That's the guy that went to Minnesota and got bullied out of a protest. Oh.
What an honor.
It's good. All right, we got a guest in here. Hello, 1 second. I'm gonna put this mic on you.
To be here. Thank you so much for having me, College Democrats of America. It's a great honor to be here in the heart of the American empire, in the belly of the beast, speaking to the future activists of the Democratic Party, but as an outsider currently pushing for an insurgency.
An outsider currently pushing for an insurgency.
To be honest, when I first got the call from this organization, I first said, I don't know what that is, I'll be honest. I apologize. And then they told me they hadn't held a national convention of this size since the Nixon era. So give yourselves a round of applause for that.
Oh, wait, hold on. Different version. LOL, imagine the cope when the first 5 minutes of your panel are Sarah Longwell saying how Hasan Piker's fan base is a harassment cult. Wait, did she say that?
Breakthrough and CDA to do that training for you guys.
Is this the one? This is what we're using, right?
This might be a little,
What is the worst thing that Hasan thinks could happen? Are you carrying or something? Why is he so scared? It has to be, he just has to keep me out of sight as much as possible, obviously, because he's built up such a mythical, crazy story about me that any contact with me would shatter some amount of illusions from his fan base. That's the only thing I can think of. Like I said, and I really do have to stop saying shit like this because he does copy so much from me. He really shouldn't be afraid of a confrontation. I really don't think anything would happen. Like, I think it would just be some nervous, awkward giggling. Like, we would call each other losers, and then that would be it. And they could say, oh, look at that guy. He's such a loser. But, like, he has built me up as this mythical, monumental monstrosity of a figure. It's just, like, so bizarre to me.
Yeah, it's a little bit short for me, unfortunately, so apologies. Okay. Brought a little bit of Diet American Dew with me on stage. It's
Oh, true. I'm sorry, hold on. Going back in time a little bit. That one guy, it's funny because Hasan fans do actually snark me at events. They'll show up at like the college events that we do where they'll get on the mic to ask questions. By the way, I don't know if Kyla's here or if you want to fucking spam her shit later on. They asked me about this guy coming up. They were like, we think there's like a DSA dude that wants to come up and try to like fucking whatever. And I'm like, oh, fucking let him. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. As long as you're not gonna like, as long as you're not gonna like fucking dox my family or some crazy shit, go for it. I don't give a fuck. If you want to come in and fight with me and debate me or whatever, well, not physically fight.
Even though he totally won that debate.
Yeah, but you gotta grill. What are you going to grill him on?
He said to the
Socialists of America.
we are. DSN? I'm with DSA, so it sounds like the same
DSA,
thing.
Department of Social Administration.
Democratic Socialists of America.
Democratic Socialists of America.
We are, baby.
Oh, bro.
That's why we gotta grill Destiny a little bit, even though he totally won that debate.
Yeah, but you gotta grill. What are you going to grill him on?
He said to the IDF soldiers that turn off your cameras. Let's not let them know that you're doing a genocide in Palestine or in Israel, right? And we don't agree with that. We want him to take
It sounded like that was more of a
accountability.
troll, though. I don't think he was actually like being serious about
He was
that.
trolling, so he was just trolling.
I don't think he actually said like, "Hey, turn off your cameras so you guys can commit a crime."
Yeah, but he was taking it.
It's so stupid that I don't even know if Darius is even aware of the original context and Darius understands this better. Like, do I have to ask? Like, I have asked a few people that, I think, and I don't know if I get a real answer. Where I'm like, do you really think I was saying turn your phones off and commit a genocide? Is that really what you really think genuinely that was?
Take your cameras off. What do you think that means?
Okay, do you think
people can't judge?
I also think another annoying thing is people don't know the context when I said this, what was going on at the time. The big thing, well, I don't know the big thing. One big thing was these stupid fucking videos or images going around where I think this was a big one. These IDF soldiers like go through people's drawers and like wear their dresses, which is retarded for a whole host of fucking reasons. And then it's also like, why the fuck? Not only is this retarded, why the fuck would you record yourself doing this and then post the picture? You understand you're making your whole country look fucking retarded, right? At least turn off your cameras. But like, this is a half joke. You shouldn't do this at all, obviously. But it's not like, before you torture and murder the Palestinians, turn your body cams off. Like, I was talking to a group of fans. They're not IDF soldiers that I'm here to coach on how to commit war crimes and get away with it while I'm on my fucking live stream, by the way. Jesus.
Right? The chatter's right here. Chatters, hey.
The chatters are
It's just crazy the decentralized infrastructure that he has set up to get all these fucking losers to do his work for him. And I don't. I lost it when I stopped the drama content. That was the big mistake. I should have never stopped the drama content. I needed to keep it up. Even Hasan finding out initially, I think, that I was going to go to this event. I think this might have come from, this is Justicle's Discord server. Hasan got another tip-off. I think Darius and them got kicked out at Hasanabi. Darius is one of their names, but I'm not sure. And Darius is kicked out. Wait, I think this is... Oh, this guy right here, Spev2, who's acting like he's just like a random fan. Oh, I see. I'm sorry. They even underlined it for me. I'm blind. Oh, yeah, you see it. Spev.v2. And then Spev.v2 in here. It's the same guy from Justicle's Discord server that are trying to feed Hasan information. And then you can see this guy on... Oh, yeah, they make fun of the gang snarking thing. Oh, retweet Hasan. Oh, IDF. Oh, Bernie Sanders. Oh, Senator Warren. Oh, retweets Justical. Oh, retweets attacks on DGG and the Omni Liberal. Crazy. Who's this Steph person and why does she have a hard on? This person is this is like an OCD level Anne of War obsessive hater. But her and Ellie, am I making that up? Are the two of my most dedicated hater anti-fans on LEB, yeah. Holy shit. These people, I don't know what they do with their life. Well, the Steph person was recently e-begging because she said she couldn't hold down her traditional job and she wasn't making enough money selling feet pics, I guess. And so she was crying that she couldn't exist in this world. Meanwhile, she spends like 12 hours a day exclusively tweeting about and talking about me and anything peripheral to me. But
reflecting pool colored. It's delicious. Not a sponsor.
Whoa! Wait a second.
It's delicious.
What is that? What drink is that?
Not a sponsor. Just putting that out there. What an honor to be here. Thank you so much.
Somebody check the BDS list.
For having me, College Democrats of America. It's a great honor to be here in the heart of the American empire, in the belly of the beast, speaking to the future activists of the Democratic Party, but as an outsider currently pushing for an insurgency. To be honest, when I first got the call from this organization,
Mountain Dew, no.
I first said, I don't know what that is, I'll be honest. I apologize. And then they told me they hadn't held a national convention of this size since the Nixon era. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. And then I was a little worried, I'll admit. Me and the Democratic Party were not so close as of late, as many of you know. I thought to myself, perhaps the Center for American Progress has set up a trap for me. Near attended, are you in the room? I apologize for everything I've said. After all, it's not a secret that there are many, many people in the Democratic Party that wish that I would go away, who wish that this movement would go away. Well, I'm here to tell you, we're here.
Hold on. Destiny, him and other leftists have an easy out of a debate with you by Destiny is harassing us right now. What if instead of attacking him so explicitly on X or online, you try just asking questions to poke holes in their ideology? I imagine there'd be a cooldown period, but it might work better. Graham Plattner had a Nazi tattoo for 16 years and they were okay with it. Please get the fuck out of here. Please leave and go watch somebody else. Please get the fuck out of here. Please leave. Okay? 16 years. The guy went back to Iraq with a private military, went with Blackwater because he had so much fun over there. Okay? And they supported him wholeheartedly. Please get the fuck out. Stop.
Here to stay. Now, a lot of people, including probably your future employers or your current employers, they call me a lot of names. They say I'm an idealist, a radical, a terrorist. But the one thing that they don't call me is a liar.
I think that might be the thing that people call you literally the most. What? Who? Oh, it's because somebody else wrote the speech for him. Oh my God. Let me get a Red Bull. Fuck. I need some opium too. I need some drugs. The one thing they don't call me is a liar because they know I'm right. I am radical. Radical Medicare for all.
And I think that anyone who wants a better future for the world, let alone this country, needs to understand that it is our job to always seek truth from facts.
It's not even any part of what he does. What?
We must always expand our knowledge of the world around us and to use that knowledge to build a worldview. And then we can move on.
Oh, is that a commie slogan that I'm missing? Okay. Seek truth from facts? Is that?
On to change the world. And the reason why I stress this is because a lot of people, they see this as a career.
Wait. Real quick. Is this, there's no way this is of Hasan, right? I would need to see this like on a current or whatever. There's no way that he would get branded twice for a stupid fucking frat.
And I've worked with a lot of campaigns. I've worked with establishment Democrats. And
work with a lot of campaigns. My God, bro. Like this guy talks like, this is like Doug of AK, like a million times more exaggerated.
Past. And right now I'm working with a lot of Democratic socialists all around the country.
Oh, seek truth from facts is a historically established idiomatic expression in the Chinese language that first appeared in the Book of Han, popularized by Chinese leader Mao Zedong. I'm just saying, if I had come back from Israel wearing a fucking Jew costume and giving pro-Jew speeches and saying I don't think any Jew's done anything wrong ever, like Hasan has come back from his sponsored trip to China with all of his stupid fucking streamer friends that all got their sponsored trip from China with a CCP guided agent into a homeopathic medication place that he was too scared to even have them fucking touch him because he knew it was all bullshit. And then he comes back in this costume saying shit like, I would never say Mao's done anything wrong ever. I would never criticize Mao. Oh my God, bro.
And the one difference that I always see is moral conviction. Moral conviction to always say the truth. And an endless thirst to understand exactly what's going on. We have a lifetime of social conditioning that has guided our lives, that has motivated.
Like, this is insane. I'm so sorry, bro.
I got stopped by a cop who thought I was like making fun of Mao Zedong, which I never would and never will. Mao Zedong is a one of the great leaders of this world, okay? A man who changed the entire universe, the entire planet.
My party is fucking cooked,
okay?
bro.
For real?
My party is cooked. All of them online are cooked. Maybe we should go make our own party. We should.
For real? Yeah.
That's, instead of telling them to do it, just say fuck it and jump ship. It's just crazy because I feel like the whole like MAGA lefty movement is like brewing, and we're still at a point where we can kind of kill it in his crib. Well, no, it's out of the crib now, but like the fact that nobody seems to be aware, I don't know, man.
For real, yes. I mean, there was a lot of fucking excesses, let's be real, but the People's Republic of China would not exist without Mao Zedong. I got
motivated the way that we see the world. Sometimes that means we have a lot of blind spots. But moral conviction is really important because that is what makes the difference between the insurgents and the establishment Democrats that are simply following along. And I think that anyone...
I know. I'm aware of that. That's a Mao Zedong quote from something like "Let 1,000 roses bloom" or "Let 100 roses bloom" or some fucking bullshit. Is like when you said "Let 100 Zorons bloom." I don't know what the exact reference is, but I know that it's some Mao shit.
Everyone here must constantly push for this. This task takes on a new importance today. Lies and disinformation are the currency of our enemies on the right. Unable to compete with us over here in reality, right-wingers instead try to make humanity live in their dangerous fantasy land, constantly finding new enemies in our neighborhoods.
Is this actually Hasan's arm? Where is the arm analysis, guys? What would it take for pundits like Josiah, Mockler, BDC, etc. to push back? They will, but it'll be too late when they start to. But right now, it's too easy to just print the anti-Trump slop. Let the anti-Trump slop flow.
The position as a reason for why we are all experiencing the same struggles born out of capitalism. But sometimes, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. When the right traffics in lies, the lane for telling it like it is wide open. And whoever can do that, whoever can tell the truth, they will own the future. But people fail this basic test all the time, especially in Washington, D.C. Now, I'm sure that many of you in this room feel the same energy that I do, a feeling shared by more and more people all the time of frustration with decades of political ineptitude in the face of rising fascism. Many people in this room have only known Trump, but to the older folks here and also watching at home, think about that for a second. The only politics that people in this room have ever known is shot through with Donald J. Trump. Political life shaped from above by a narcissistic tyrant who enriched...
While it's bullshit that he was there at all, is there something to be said? It's primary key infiltrators getting in positions of power. There are some chairs in the audience, but even in this limited angle, it looks like not everyone there is on board with this shit. Because what they've realized is it's possible. If you can just create intense social or other kinds of pressure, then you can force people to basically have to adapt or at least be okay with your political viewpoint. And then you kind of force people to accept it for long enough, and then it becomes the norm. This is why I felt a little bit mean, and I don't want to be super mean, but there's a guy that made a post on my subreddit the other day. I am a College Democrats delegate and the vice president of the Florida College Dems. Please don't assume everyone supported the Hasan Piker decision. I've been watching the situation blow up online over the past couple of hours, and I wanted to provide some perspective from someone who is actually involved in College Democrats and the CDA convention. I know a lot of people are looking at this and thinking that every state organization and every delegate must have been on board with inviting Hasan Piker. That simply isn't true. There were a significant number of state leaders, delegates, and members who objected to this decision from the beginning. I don't even know about the ad or I didn't even know about the ad until it was announced on the CDA Instagram page on the day of the event. And when I and many other states majorly voiced their concerns, CDA leadership instantly doubled down and insisted on having him because he did not want a speaker fee and because the college base is more left-leaning. The concerns weren't even primarily ideological. People warned that inviting someone as polarizing and misogynistic as Hasan online would immediately overshadow the event itself, create unnecessary controversy, damage crucial relationships with Democratic stakeholders, and become the only thing anyone would talk about afterwards. There were a significant number of state leaders. Okay, so this, I kind of appreciate the post, I guess, but I rage typed this too on my phone, so this is even a good response, but because I was super irritated because it's too much of this. I've told you guys in the past that when you become a public figure, the most annoying thing that ever happens is people will message you and be like, bro, I see what's happening out there and it's bullshit. I just want you to know I got your back. And by I got your back, I mean anonymously and privately, but I will never say anything. My response to this was, hey, yo, so before I would have been more patient and understanding, but my patience has run out. People will lump all of you together for it, and they should. The VP of your organization blocked and removed anyone even remotely associated with me, the largest lib-left, unabashedly pro-DNC streamer in the U.S., in favor of capitulation to an actual Stalinist who showed up to give a speech written by someone else to attack the Democratic Party. If members of your org don't support the decision or were against it, it needs to show somewhere, not in random anonymous posts on my Reddit. Until then, the organization should be viewed as a tanky sellout org, and all of the members should be treated as such. It can't be that all of the lib-left people are okay, just standing by and whispering to each other that oh God, this isn't okay, guys. And then meanwhile, these guys can just outwardly and forwardly operate like this because this is what they rely on is the silent majority remaining silent because they know that they can just come out and bully the fuck out of anybody that doesn't wear enough keffiyehs or doesn't, trot the stupid fucking party lines about how Stalin and Mao were actually super based and it was America that was bad the whole time and the Holodomor was fake and Polish people are retarded and Jews have to be killed everywhere and all this.
Riches himself, his ridiculous family, the Epstein class, as well as the billionaires who were smart enough to get caught, smart enough to avoid getting caught. Sorry. Smart enough to, as well as the billionaires who were too smart to get caught, going to Little St. James, and even a billionaire who was uninvited from Little St. James Island because his vibes were that atrocious for the pedophiles. Although American politicians have never been much at truth...
Do you think he avoids saying Elon's name here because he's scared of Elon fucking suing him, so he pussies out? What a fucking loser.
...telling, for over 10 years, the terms of our discourse have been set by a megalomaniacal pervert. The late writer Mike Davis summed up our situation well in his final published essay a few years ago. He said, unlike the high Cold War when politburos, parliaments, presidential candidates, and general staffs, to some extent, balanced megalomania at the top, there are few safety switches between today's maximum leaders and Armageddon. Never has so much...
Politburo.
I've never heard Politburo, but whatever.
Today's maximum leaders and Armageddon. Never has so much fused economic, media, and military power been put into so few hands.
Wow.
To you, young people of America who have chosen to enter the world of electoral politics, I know that you have grown up in this degraded era where bigotry and deceit are so blatantly rewarded in society. An era in which our rulers would rather choke us with wildfire smoke than re-examine how our way of life damages our planet, the only home we'll ever know. This wretched era in which the third world is staring down disaster because of the upheaval caused by ours and Israel's war on Iran.
The whole third world, really.
By ours and Israel's war on Iran. This ridiculous era in which a Supreme Court dominated by religious nutjobs rewrites our laws at will. In this world, I know even just a little bit of truth.
Surely you know at least one dude in media who can instruct how to grow the truth. So everybody that I've spoken to so far, like I said, they always have discrete parts of it in their mind. The one thing that it's hard for me to move people on, and all I can do is tell people you should pay attention to this in the future. And then I try to give example after example, is that the everybody's focused on the stuff that comes out of the end. And I think that they're too focused on that, and they're not seeing the stuff that goes at the top of the funnel. Like, people still get mixed up on in my opinion, in that, like, well, they message well on this, and we don't message well on this, and they message well on this, and we don't. And it's like, bro, that shit doesn't matter. And especially now, like, for everything that they give as like a mistake, a tactical mistake that the Democratic Party makes, I can say, but the Republicans did it 100 times worse. Why doesn't anybody know about that? Why doesn't anybody remember that? There was a high-profile journalist that I was talking to. I'm not going to name names because most of the people I spoke to off the record. But, like, one of the things we got into a disagreement about had to do with the Harvard lady who wouldn't defend the anti-Semitic thing. What was it? It was a lady who was like the president or vice president of Harvard, and they wouldn't take a stance against like anti-Semitism on the campus or whatever. Do you remember this? It was something like this. And, they were like, this was a horrible movement for Democrats, and like stuff like this is destroying our party. And, Claudine Gay, it might've been, maybe it was her name. And it's just like the Republican administration is literally revoking visas from people because they don't like their political opinions on Israel-Palestine. If you're too pro-Palestinian, they can revoke a visa and ship you out of the country. Like, one of these, the Claudine Gay woman from Harvard, was used to relentlessly attack the Democratic Party. The other one, like, it was forgotten about in a news cycle. Like, the message does not fucking matter. The message does not fucking matter. What matters is the media apparatus that is controlling everything in terms of how people view stuff. And it's just been very, very, very hard to move people on that. Another thing that makes it hard to move people, I think, is a lot of people exist in one of two worlds. You either believe that cable media is still the be-all and end-all, or you think that cable media is dead and doesn't matter. And in my opinion, cable media is the most important media, but it's because it feeds into the other side of things. Again, it's like the discrete views. Like, does cable media matter? Well, no, look at what's going on Joe Rogan. That's way more influential. And it's like, true, but Joe Rogan talks about what filters down from cable media. That's where it all starts. And having like an iron-fisted control, I don't think iron fist is a phrase, ironclad, whatever. Having that top-down control of where the message starts, where you can plant the seeds there, like, gives you control of the alternative media world as well. And I feel like people just don't always connect that. I'm trying to write up more ways. I'm trying to be mindful of things. Like, I try to find counterexamples because obviously, especially when you have like a system for reading stuff, you can start to make everything fit the system if you're delusional. And if you guys see stuff that you feel like breaks my mold, then feel free to post it on the subreddit or email it to me. Because I mean, if I'm wrong, I want to change my mind on it. But right now, it really does feel like a big macro organized system that I feel like everybody on the lib left is missed. And again, that also puts me oppositional to a lot of these people in a way that I probably shouldn't expect to be. Like, I imagine they have more experience than I do. But then, I mean, I've also existed in a unique, I guess, political media space for a long time, so maybe they wouldn't as well. There's another high-profile guy that I spoke to. I get a lot of this as well, where they see themselves as like political actors and journalists, but not activists. So they feel like it's not their job sometimes. Oh man, this is one that triggered me the hardest, where a person was telling me that it's not their job to tell the audience how to interpret like the pieces that they write. And I'm just like, if your pieces are being misinterpreted by the audience, you failed as a political actor. Have you not? Like, isn't like the whole point of having some influence on politics? I don't know, man. It's just, there's a lot of people that I expect it, and I don't expect it. I kind of expected it. I respect the desire to be like a nonpartisan, truth-seeking beacon of neutrality, but it's like, that's not the moment that we're in right now. It's not the moment that we're in right now.
Can feel like a life raft. It's why so many of you are in this room, because you meet other people like yourselves and you talk about these problems together and you feel both less alone and closer to the truth. Now, it's fair to say, as I've repeated over and over again, as you all know, that I am not a friend of many people in the Democratic Party. But that's okay. In politics, if you're everyone's friend, then you're no one's friend. But I am here today because the times have gotten very strange, and new political opportunities
They have
are
gotten
all
strange.
around us. Chances for us to push radical political change through an electoral system that right now is going through a transformation. You can feel the changes with every news story, the sense of backlash that's in the air. Inflation is not under control. Data centers that no one wants are taxing energy grids, fueling an AI bubble that may not really replace you, but will get you laid off regardless. It seems like every week, our masked Gestapo, ICE, kills another innocent person. In all my years, I don't remember seeing this much blood on American pavement. I often say that the United States is an empire in decline. And home, that means we are a nation in crisis. But we're so...
Keep in mind, he stays away from all the Democratic talking points as well, right? So when he talks about ICE, it's not about immigration enforcement. It's not about illegal immigrants. It's not about brown people. It's just ICE, the Gestapo, killing people on American soil. That's it. But there's no touch on the immigration topic.
So much of Washington sees dangerous instability. I, and many of you, see promise. I see a real opportunity to change this country's trajectory, to improve the lot of humanity. And I know you feel it too. It's rooms like these that remind me just how many people see right from wrong and want to do something about it. All around the country, we're getting real fighters elected. Fighters who see the crisis and can describe it in clear and truthful terms. This means demanding an end to the endless wars, an end to profiteering off of healthcare, an end to the rule by people who put the interests of capital over the interests of the working class.
Wow. So Marxist.
It's talk like this that has Washington terrified. It's talk like this that has MAGA terrified.
When was MAGA ever terrified of any of these weirdo DSA cucks ever? My God.
These people in hate movements who try to control our lives are most afraid of popular action, of democracy, of the people. They're afraid of us because of the simple fact that there are more of us than there are of them. There always have been, and there always will be. There are more good, decent people with moral conviction who find it unfathomable that the wealthiest nation on earth chooses to spend its billions blowing up schools overseas rather than building schools in our neighborhoods. Kind people who can't understand why, in the wealthiest nation on earth, there are hundreds of thousands of people who will go to sleep outside tonight, and millions more who live paycheck to paycheck. Hardworking people, frustrated that an honest day of labor delivering packages, cleaning counters, or teaching children is no longer enough to take care of a family or own a home. All the while, the world's wealthiest man sits around tweeting racist screeds and unfunny jokes as people grow his net worth into the trillions. I should add that none of this is an accident. The inequality is the design of our system. When you see broken downtowns in a state of disrepair, or potholes that never get filled, or homeless people suffering in the streets, remember, this is the design of our system. It is not the moral failings of the individual, but a whole architecture where the ultra-rich stick their hands in the pockets of everyone else. Just as every person who has no shelter is a policy failure, every billionaire is a policy failure.
Yes.
But just as every billionaire is a policy failure, every congressperson who's refused to change these policies have failed you, have failed all of us. They have placed corporate interests above the interests of the people. I say no more, and we say no more. I've traveled all around the country. I've talked to countless people over dozens of protests.
Oh my God.
Gone to rallies. I've gone to marches. I've gotten shot at by my own law enforcement that I pay with my taxes.
Shot at, bruh. Because he was in a crowd of people where there's a tear gas thing went off 100 yards away. Oh my God.
Salary of. And all I ever hear from the people by my side is no more. And not just, thank you. And not just the no more to Trumpism, but no more to the Democrats who compromise, who conciliate, and who betray us. No more to the fascist reactionaries, but no more to the Democrats who will collaborate and cooperate with the fascists, who will fund ICE, who will fund Israel, who will help poison the planet, who will stiff workers and help bosses. We don't need those Democrats anymore. In fact, we have a message. We are coming. We are unbossed. We're unbought. We're unbound.
What is this? We are unbossed? What is this saying? I've never heard it before. I'm guessing it's from a thing.
We are coming. We are unbossed. We're unbought. We're unbound.
Unbossed?
And we will become undeniable.
Okay. The red-haired. Oh my.
Thank you.
Because he has no boss, retard. Oh, it's retarded now. Where'd he go? What? Hello? Damn, Hasan said, fuck you, plebeians. I'm out of here. I'm out of here, plebes. Oh boy, what does the follow-up speech sound like?
Hello, everyone. We have an amazing speaker coming up next. But first,
How are we doing, guys? Guys, I'm an idiot. Sit down. When they asked me to speak, I was like, what should I talk about? And they were like,
wait, is this the cat person or am I mixing people up?
anything you want. And I said, okay, let's go.
Yes.
I want to first thank all of you for being here. And I also want to start with a sentiment that no one would tell me when I was your age. And something that no one in power wants you to hear. And it's that this party doesn't give a damn about you. No political party does, because parties aren't people. They aren't sentient.
What is the, where are we at again? Jesus Christ.
They are mirrors of what we do, what we allow, and what is done to us. And that, if anything, is what should give you hope right now. Because shit is really, really bad. ICE is hunting and executing people of color and dissidents in the street. Queer people are being legislated out of existence legally and literally. And our air isn't breathable, our water isn't drinkable, and our lettuce is giving us diarrhea. That didn't happen overnight. And as easy, as comfortable as it would be to say that that all happened because of Republicans, that's dishonest. The moment that we are in right now is because of inaction, complicity, and malice from people in power. In both parties.
So then, wait, give me the circle thing. Give me the circle thing. Blame everything on Democrats. Don't vote for Democrats. No Democrats in power. Republicans do horrible thing. Blame everything on Democrats. Don't vote for Democrats. No Democrats in power. Republicans do horrible thing. Blame it's like the fucking, it's like the circle of fucking autism. Holy shit.
Fucked up too many times.
What are you talking
Damn, he got right to the security room. He didn't stop mad at anybody. He was like, get me out of here. He was like, I gotta leave.
Fucked up too many times.
What are you talking about?
There's definitely too many hiccups.
What are you talking about? You nailed it.
Oh, thank God.
Okay, well, let's. All right, chat. We're gonna head back to the hotel because I have a next guest. Next guest is going to be Aparna Raj, DSA, DSA DC.
You heard the term and he's like, that's DGG.
I have a next guest. Next guest is going to be Aparna Raj, DSA, DSA DC, and we're going to be talking to him about what is it? Metro? It's Metro DSA, right?
Metro DC, yeah.
Metro DC DSA has been cooking up here in the heart of Empire. So get excited for that, and then we'll also continue monitoring the situation and looking at different speeches. But I'll play you one of the speeches. Right? Is it still going? Is the speech still going right now?
So if we're serious about putting ourselves back in the center of our politics, we've got to be serious about getting money out of politics in the first place. We need to stand up to Citizens United and finally end the chokehold that corporations have had on our politics for far too long.
That part was actually really good in front of the audience too.
Jesus Christ.
Look at this. Destiny gets denied entry to the CDA convention. Where is the post? Wait, what? Wait, they just deleted everything. What the fuck? So they deleted everything here. So, okay, here we go. Unfortunately, we're barred from going to the event because Hasan spammed text to complain to the vice president of College Democrats.
By the way, where is fucking... Where's still? These are the LSF mods that are currently DGG captured, by the way. And the last ones were DGG captured, by the way. Even though they made rules literally to ban my content, basically, by getting rid of political content. All DGG captured. But it's projection because they're all leftist captured. They're all leftist captured. It's crazy.
That's Cameron Landon. This is despite my community putting over $1 million into canvassing and fundraising for Democrats against the Republicans in the last 5 years. And Hasan doing...
Should be 6 or 7 years. I'll banning stop. When was the runoff elections were in 2000 for Warnock and Ossoff, right? Would have been 2001 for the runoffs? It's close enough.
Nothing besides attacking moderate Democrats, calling them homo fascists when they don't support their...
I'm sorry, and again, this is why I can't, I just don't know how to communicate it to other people. Why the messages don't matter as much as the messaging apparatus. The messages matter maybe a little bit, but like the idea that like my candidates didn't win and it must be because they're all homos, the people voting, that's just crazy. That Hasan was so ass-pained about the election outcome in California that he said they just want homo-fascism. Also, and I think that I would say that Hasan and any Hasan fan, I really would, and I would push this if I was a policymaker, that him and his fans should be banned from all future events. When you have him cheering on the lynching of that Jew guy in the California LGBTQIA event. Like, if you want to talk about actual unacceptable harassment style behavior, that would be it. I don't know if I've ever done anything. Like I said, fuck, that one chatter's comment fucking mind fucked me. The guy who was like, I think if you were to go bar for bar with Hasan, I think he actually has more crazy comments than you. And I really think that's true. Him watching the Scott Wiener, like, that lynching, and then for him to like, well, maybe he should have been pro-Hamas instead. That's crazy. That's insane. That is crazy that nobody gave a fuck about that.
They're anti-Democrat candidates. Okay, we found the mirror of it. Let's take a look at it. Here we go. Let's see this. Oh my God. So Destiny gets denied entry at...
Oh, Esports Batman, the guy who literally just casually watches and observes stuff and definitely doesn't use his legal credentials to tell these guys on why all their legal theories are correct. Telling me to report my stream? Doxed? I'm not doxing anybody. This is public information. Chad's identity is known publicly. He was part of some fucking gamer allegiance thing. And then I think for Ryle, the guy is a domestic abuser. I think it's fair if he's going to be involved in these spaces. If you think that Darius and all of us should be tracked relentlessly, this guy literally has public records about him beating the shit out of a female family member. I feel like that's kind of an important thing to know. I don't want women to accidentally stumble into your space and get harassed or abused or assaulted. I feel like we should all be able to come together on that, right?
At the CDA convention.
Are you guys selling those shirts?
Yes, we are.
Nice.
Climb over there.
Yeah, and I deliver like my nieces and like...
Are you Destiny?
Yeah.
We're not letting you in.
Well, yeah, I got...
We're not letting you in because we're worried about causing disruption.
You're not getting let in. He just says, are you Destiny? You're not getting let in.
We're worried you're going to yell or some shit towards us on, and we're not going to. I'm sorry.
No, but the first time it's like the message.
Yes, I can give you a refund. I'm sorry.
How can I not get into this?
We're telling you we're not going to get it. We're telling you you're not going to get it.
For a
I
guy
know
who
it's
doesn't
wild.
support the Democratic Party or whatever has priority over.
I'm not.
It's actually so, it looks so bad that the Democratic Party is basically positioning, like, Destiny is basically a liberal Democrat. Whereas Hasan,
it's so annoying. I said this earlier. Like, my positions more or less are like are in line with like the moderate Dem position. Like, if you look at all the polling for most Dems, like most of my positions are pretty moderate. Like,
Hasan is not a liberal Democrat. He is a socialist, terrorism supporter, borderline communist. He doesn't even agree with Democrats.
By the way, Justical getting mad that his stream was spending the entirety of the stream gawking at, making disgusting sexual comments, racial comments, calling people rape meat, right? But apparently that was all okay. But now, report Destiny's stream because he used my name unironically. Oh, and there's his queen. Oh, my one. Oh, his queen.
He just wants to use their platforms for his own advantage. So they're basically saying that because Hasan is more popular than Destiny, that it's more important for them to bring in these other extremist radicals and ignore all of the average people like Destiny. That's it. Democrats like borders now? Yeah, right.
Engaging in this conversation.
Okay, I understand. Is there anybody ahead of you or anybody above you that I can speak out about this? Or?
I am the national vice president.
Okay.
The national vice president. Wow. And you just went and let that happen.
I'm called Democrats in America. Yeah, but she trusts me with everything, so yeah. Love her.
You guys wearing a Palestine scarf? What do you expect? I don't know if that's really what it is or not. I really don't. I have no idea what that is.
Security.
Okay, somebody told me they do wear these, but I'm trying to remember. From any of the videos that I posted when I was in the West Bank, do Palestinians actually wear these keffiyeh things? Or is it only for like protests or demonstrations? Does anybody remember from any of the videos that I posted? Oh, Officer Nasty is there too. Oh, they've got like a nice little walkthrough on how to do it. Hit the little dots. You'll see. You can also report on kick.com. There's a specific button for doxing. I've had enough, personally.
Security.
But yeah, I do think that there is a huge contingency of the, like, there's a very strong advocacy group where these are people who are foreigners. They are not Americans. They are, like they were not born in America, or if they were, they didn't grow up in America. They are not culturally Americans. They do not believe in American values.
Okay, well, that's the end of that. God damn it.
And they want to use the American justice system and the American political system in order to exercise control and power over different Middle Eastern conflicts that are about their own home countries. That's what they care about. They don't care about America. They only care about what America is doing in the Middle East. And the reason why I know that is...
I don't understand why Asmongold defends D, because shouldn't he and Hasan both want him to be banished to the YouTube Shadow Realm? I don't get it. Well, because Asmongold, for all of the disgusting shit that he says, he's an honest political actor. So Asmongold is saying, you don't have to guess what Asmongold believes, right? He's pretty fucking open about all of it. Whereas for Hasan is a subversive political actor. He can't be exposed. Now, Asmongold would never debate me because he doesn't have, like, I think he knows that he couldn't factually defend a lot of the things that he says, and that would be a frustrating argument or whatever. But that's a different type of exposed than, like, for Hasan, it would expose him as being far more radical. Like, the best I could do for Asmongold is make him look stupid, but for Hasan, it would be like, oh shit, those are his true colors. It's a different type of thing, and one is way more threatening than the other, I think.
Is that not a single person inside of that group and the far left group can express anything else other than absolute hate towards Israel. That is the one issue that you cannot compromise on. And because that is the only issue that you can't compromise on, that is the issue that defines the group. It's not about being trans. It's not about being gay. It's not about Medicare for all. It's not about borders. It's not about fascism. It is about these Middle Eastern blood feuds and being on the right side of it. Because if an issue is only in that one position and that only that one thing, that's what's going to matter more than anything else. That is the main axis and fulcrum of their viewpoint. The sand wars, exactly. They are foreigners who have come to the country to subvert the country, to wear the skin of the Democrats as if it is their own, and to use the country's political system to enact policies that are better for their ethnic brothers and sisters overseas. I think just collectively, all of these people should be deported.
Christ.
I would be deporting millions of these people. They should not be in the country. They are not Americans. They should not be voting. They should not even be allowed to live here. Taking away their citizenship, shipping them back to wherever the fuck they came from. Get them out.
So unnecessary. This is it. We're gonna walk. No, get out. You did it. Thank you. That's fine.
That's crazy. Wow. So basically, they told this guy, Destiny is not allowed to. Destiny can't attend the College Democrats convention because a socialist doesn't want him to be there. That's crazy.
Not even like just a socialist, but like a radical, like ML type socialist, like which is even worse. Like I think I hate even drawing out this distinction because it doesn't exist right now in America. But like you can theoretically be like a social democrat or a socialist who thinks that like America should transition to like a more social style program in terms of how it runs its economy and everything, without also thinking that the American empire is uniquely evil and the more evil one from any other empire on the planet, that Stalin and Mao were actually based leaders and we're tired of pretending they're not, and denying all of the imperialistic, disgusting policies of China or the Soviet Union. Like you can be that style of socialist. I just don't know. I don't think they exist anywhere in the US right now. You're either like an extremist, like an ML type, or you're a person who says you're like a socialist, but really you just want like more government program stuff, which isn't really a socialist.
And so video incoming. Oh my God. So it's for Spam Darius or this. I don't know who this is. I have no idea about this. So let me scroll down and look at this other one too. I haven't seen this. This is another post. Okay, let's watch it. It's like laggy. Wait, I got a question. What? Does this mean Hasan's already here? Wait, I got a question. What? Does this mean Hasan's already here? Jesus Christ, bro. Like, oh my God. And yeah, okay, all right, one more. Let me see this. Destiny accuses Hasan of making the boss call to kick him out of College Democrats convention before Piker's speech. Okay, let's see it.
Heads up, some kick streamers will be at the event today only because of your presence. Unclear what they're planning. Who are the kick streamers? Do you know?
Uh-huh. Is it a certain individual of, let's say, shorter stature? Is that it? A certain kind of person? Uh-oh. D and Darius. I love how they know exactly who it is. And oh my God, there's a picture.
D and Darius?
Destiny. Is Darius
still there? I got tickets.
Uh-oh.
Fucking losers, man.
It's just so crazy how pressed he is. I just can't. That's just insane to me.
Uh-oh.
This shit is so fucking lame.
Same reaction as we randomly got banned? Yeah.
Have you ever disrupted an event before? Fuck no. I don't want to get permabanned from shit. And it would look bad on me. Why would I? Have I ever? I'm trying to think if I've ever. I don't think I've ever like disrupted. Have I? I don't think I ever have before.
This part, let's skip out.
Kick us out too.
Okay, this is new. Security.
That's the guy kicked us out too. Getting this threat from Hasan. Oh yeah.
So that's the guy that did it.
Yeah, that's the guy. Wait, he posted another tweet.
Wow.
I thought me and him were friends. We have one more way to get in.
He actually did. He actually like spam text. Like I was literally. I told the security people. The guy showed me the text. It's retarded. So
he showed you the text of what?
Of Hasan spamming. I don't know if it's Hasan.
Hasan spam. Oh my God.
From Hasan. But he literally said like this.
Can you explain how Hasan got his fingers in so many pies? Because he's just very good at, he maximizes for networking and clout. He just maximizes for that. I wish there was a nicer way to say clout so it doesn't sound like I'm just being mean, but like he maximizes for networking and then he maximizes for exclusion while networking. So like early on when he did his 90-day fiance run and started to go on Twitch, the first thing that he tried to do was cut me out of everything that he went to. And you can go and ask old streamers or whatever and they'll tell you this. Like Hasan, like would just tell people I'm not going to an event with Destiny there. I'm not. That's why I couldn't attend anything with anybody there. And then once I got banned, especially Hasan and then Frogan and Casey Tron and Denims like all leaned in on that Twitch stuff as hard as possible to keep me banned from there. And then that just lets him get more and more and more fingers into things. And because of the political leanings of everybody, right? Because he's far left and then he's trying to infiltrate these center left organizations. Center left organizations just have no sense of self preservation. They cannot maintain themselves to save their lives. So they're always like threatened to be swallowed up by more extremist elements. It kind of happened during the BLM stuff, right? Where we had the whole abolish the police, defund the police movement, and all of the establishment Dems and the lawmakers were complaining like, bro, this shit fucked us in our midterms. What the fuck, guys? But like Dems just can never push back against further left elements because they have no, I don't know, it's a sense of self-preservation, yeah. So he's just able to do it because there's no one oppositional to him. And then he's got the audience, which helps as well, like having a large audience on Twitch, and then the fact that that audience is like super protected for him. Nobody can touch him on Twitch because I'm permabanned and nobody else is really in a position to, so.
The song guy like complaining about like, yo, this is crazy piece of live stream going on.
Hello, Steven.
Wearing the exact thing that Hasan's dog uses and
I told him. There you go. I literally told him that. He said like, nah.
What would you say was the inception of this beef between me and Hasan? I truly don't know. The thing that is like difficult for me is I can tell like it's easy to tease out or suss out like a small lie like an acute lie, like over like is somebody hiding something or cheating in a relationship or whatever. Like these are easy things to suss out. But like ideological like cloaks, I guess, where you're trying to move without people knowing you're true. I don't know how to make sense of that. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's really difficult for me to figure out. Like I feel like Hasan has become more radicalized. It would be hard to imagine he was that radical when we first started talking. He was definitely more leftward than me when we first started talking. That's for sure. That's some part of what we argued over. But like, but then it's also hard to figure out the, there's also like a lot of things in life. Like I'm so divorced from the ultra wealthy experience. I don't know what all that entails as well. Like coming from a certain family that has a certain set of expectations, that's imbued with you with a certain set of values, where other members of your family are either political party members like his dad or members of like political activist movements like his uncle. I just, there's like a lot there that I just don't even have a basis to understand. Like it was a friend that told me a while ago, even that pointed out like, hey, there's a really easy way to spot like super wealthy entitled kids. And it's when they are dual citizens who were, anchor babied in the U.S. and then grew up in their home countries and then come back to the U.S. for college. I didn't even know that was a thing. And it maps onto Hasan and then a few other people that I went back and thought about too. But like you're wealthy enough that you have multiple homes or place in the U.S. You have your kid in the U.S. for the dual citizenship. You send them back to your country to get educated. And then they come to the U.S. for college and then maybe work or whatever, or to London or something. A lot of the Palestinian activists can also follow this. I think Moeen Rabbani, didn't he go to college in like the Netherlands? Dutch Palestinian. I don't remember if he was born in Europe though. Oh, he was. He was born in Heerenveen, in Netherlands. His parents were Palestinian refugees. He got his BA in history, international relations, and Tufts. And then he went to Georgetown for an MA. I don't know if he has any other citizenships though. Well, he would have had the one for the EU, I guess, right? But yeah, it's hard for me to say. I don't know.
No, pay attention to yourself.
The inception of the beef is that you made him feel stupid on panels. Well, no, there must have been something like there's like a more. You guys are giving like an answer. I don't know if you're memeing or if you really think this is serious. Obviously, this bothered him from like a personal level, but there's something ideologically that drives him now, 100%. Like it's not just a personal beef with me that has determined the entire spin out of like his entire life. Like there's clearly a big ideological underpinning to what he's doing.
We should have been more Palestine signed up, honestly. I talked to the guy earlier. He was giving me the same guy that was kicking you out. He was giving me a press pass. Yes, he said he couldn't find a press pass. He said well, he's Palestinian. He's actually Palestinian. Rick, go ahead and tell him, bro.
That was the first thing she asked before saying, do you guys have a press?
Exactly what I said. That is the main fulcrum of what they believe in. These people are profoundly and fundamentally un-American. This is an invasive species that's come into the country, and they are trying to change our elections and make us vote based off of Middle Eastern blood feuds. Every single one of these people needs to be deported.
Middle Eastern blood feuds? Bruh.
This is insane. That this is like the core fulcrum issue, which is like a land dispute between two countries in the Middle East. What are we doing?
You're wrong. You had it right earlier. These authoritarian movements attract petty men, and Hasan's ego was shattered in those Twitch days, and he's held a grudge ever since. Oh, fuck. This one's going to trigger the fuck out of me. I really don't think Hasan is that deep or thoughtful. Maybe someone around him is, but I really think he's driven by spite and jealousy. He has never even commented on your political positions. I don't think. It's all personal. Well, that's intentional because they do this with everybody. They like look at Haley Stevens and everybody else. It's all like, oh, they're AIPAC funded. They're pro-Israel. It's all like shit like this. It's never actually dealing with political positions. There is no policy debate anymore.